Hey everybody, Mark Marley here, your certified high performance coach. Well, today I want to talk to you about high performance and the principles of performance that it takes to reach that level. I think there are 6 principles of high performance. But first of all, what is high performance? Well, high performance means that you're performing beyond the standard norms consistently over a long period of time. I mean, most people can just be a superstar from time to time, but a true high performer is somebody who constantly goes above and beyond and achieves goals in their life and reaches that next level in their career and their life and maintains a lot of happiness at the same time. But high performance living is living with an ongoing feeling of full engagement, joy, and confidence that comes from consistently living at your best self. One of the key words there, again, is consistently, but also joy. You want to always bring the joy to people around you and to yourself because that's what makes people happy and people thrive on joy. But I want to talk about the 6 characteristics of high performance. Those principles are clarity, energy, necessity, courage, productivity, and influence. When you master those 6 areas of your life and you get to that next level, it allows you to go beyond what most people do. It allows you to consistently outperform most people in your career and in your life, your personal life. When you get to that area, you improve your productivity. We look at the persuasion you have over people and people in your life. We look at your psychology. We also study your physiology, your energy, how much stamina you have, and your presence and your purpose. All these are key areas that you have to master to truly be a high performer. But let's look at each one of these in detail, and let's just see if there's any of these that maybe you think you're lacking in. And if there are, we can help you with that. I'm going to offer you a questionnaire at the end of this video. You can click on it down below. And that questionnaire is going to kind of give you a way to reflect on where you're at in your life today and where you're going. And I'll review it, and maybe we can have a one-on-one session to review that and see if I can offer you a little advice to help you perform a little better. But first of all, let's start with clarity. What is clarity? Clarity is something you have to have in your life. None of this other stuff will really be relevant and even important if you don't have clarity. You got to be clear on what your goals are, who's important in your life, where you want to go in your career. And any kind of uncertainty gives you doubt. And doubt is bad when it comes to high performers. It makes you second guess what you're doing. It makes you, just wonder, am I really doing the right thing? Is all this hard work and all this time worth it? That's clarity. You got to have the mental capacity, the psychology behind your goals, your dreams, to really achieve them. And without clarity, you don't even know where you're going, so none of this really matters. We'll focus on that first. The next thing is energy. The energy is that physiology you have in your body. It's that natural high feeling. It's that energy you get, not from caffeine, not from people who have to drink 10 cups of coffee all morning just to be awake and alive, and then at the afternoon they crash at 2 p.m. because they can't, because of all that caffeine. You want the natural energy. You want the ability to, wake up refreshed after a good long night's sleep. You got 7 or 8 hours. You wake up, you go to the gym in the morning, you burn some calories, you get sweating, and then you get that energy to push through the entire day. A lot of people don't have that energy, and they turn to other ways of getting it. So we're going to talk about ways that you can just, throughout your day, pump up the energy levels, breathe differently, do some exercises to get that energy back so you can naturally win and not to rely on all those, high caffeine products to keep you going. The next thing is necessity. What is necessity? Necessity is the need to do something. You can want and you can need. To need to do something, it would be like, say your goal is weight loss, substantial weight loss, and your doctor has told you you have to die or lose weight because you're that unhealthy. Well, at that point, your weight loss, your diet becomes a necessity. You have to do it, or you may not be around to spend time with your loved ones, your family. That's truly necessity. But what if you just want to lose weight because you got a vacation coming up and you want to look a little better in your swimsuit? Well, that's just maybe a desire, not a necessity. There's a difference. Sometimes necessity is like having an obsession. Obsessions aren't always bad. Like maybe you're obsessed with your career. Maybe you're obsessed with learning something new. Or you're obsessed to, improving your relationship with your spouse or your kids. Because that's the most important thing to you to get you to the next level. And obsession is fine with that. And that's what really defines necessity. If you don't have necessity in your goals, you're probably not going to reach them. Because if they're just casual goals, studies have shown that you tend to forget them, and the next thing you know, they're not important. Think about New Year's. People have New Year's resolutions. What is a resolution but a dream? Because no one tends to write it down and make it stick. They don't obsess with it. They think, oh, maybe I'll lose a little weight, or maybe I'll, accomplish a goal or get promoted at work. But if they're not obsessed, it's not a necessity, it's probably not going to happen, and you're not going to stick with it long term. So we're going to talk about the need to really obsess with things in your life to get to the next level of high performance. The next trait is courage. What is courage? You think of courage as, maybe the law enforcement, the firemen, they run into a burning building and they rescue people. That's a true courage. But what about the courage to chase your dreams, to go out above and beyond what normal people do for their dreams? What about the courage to make a decision to try harder, or make a change in your career, or the courage to talk to somebody that you've been wanting to say something to and you've been scared to say it? Whether it be a family member, maybe your spouse, maybe your boss, you have the courage inside you to build it up, to just say it, do it. And normally those things work out really well, and you just need to do it. And courage isn't always about running into a burning building and being a fireman. It's about having the courage to deal with life's problems as they occur and not let them build up. We're going to talk about some exercises that you can do to help that courage and get stronger and be more willing to do what may not be the easiest thing to do. We're also going to talk about productivity. I mean, who are we fooling here? Without productivity, nothing gets done. When you've got your clarity right, you've got a lot of energy, you know it's necessary, you've got the obsession, you got the courage to try it and make the change, that draws productivity. You got to get stuff done. You got to put stuff on an agenda, you got to write it down, you got to do it, you got to complete it, and you got to complete it above and beyond what normal people do. That's truly a high performer. A lot of people, they go about their day just getting a few things done here and there. They might make a list and they never check off the list. That's not a high performer. A high performer makes a list in the morning. They get all the important stuff done. They don't waste their time on, things like email first thing in the morning. You know what email is? When email hits your inbox, it's your response. It's somebody else's agenda controlling your day. So I challenge you to find these productivity, habits that we'll talk about that will change your life to allow you to control your life again, your time, and allow you to be more productive and get a lot more stuff done. We have exercises for that I'm going to teach you to allow you to, to just excel, exceed way above the standard norms. And the last principle is influence. How can you get ahead in life if you don't have influence over the people you work around? If you don't have influence over your clients? If you can't, influence them to make a decision that's in their best interest that you can help them with? It also goes for your family too. You need to have the relationship with your family, your spouse, your kids, whoever, that you can have an influence over them, positive influence, so that they can learn by your example. There's a lot of exercises that we can do to help you gain that influence. It's about the way you talk to people, about the way you relate. It's about being, present. People notice if you're present. If you're always on your phone, always texting, or always paying attention to somebody else, and you're not being present when you're around people, people pick up on that, and you tend to lose a lot of influence with those people. And you're going to have purpose too. Without a true purpose and a calling in life, what's the reason of being here? If you don't have something that you stand for, that You want to change or improve. So those are areas that I think people need to work on. A true high performer is somebody who excels above the standard norms consistently. I know I struggled for years with performance. I've had a company for 20 years now, and there were times when my company was doing really well, and then it'd come back down and do really well again. You know, that roller coaster, it gets to you, both mentally and physically. And what I found was the reason I was always coming back down was because I didn't have a structured system to track my goals and track my progress. I wasn't obsessive with certain things. They didn't meet the necessity. And maybe my productivity was low because my energy was low. And I've learned through, I guess, trial and error, I've learned to, have more energy. I know what I want in life now. I've got it figured out. And through my exercise and my healthy diet and a few other things I'm doing, I've got tons of energy. I mean, I'm good throughout the day. I don't crash. And I know, there's things I want to say to people, that my family members and challenges I've had, I just didn't have the courage to say. But since I started working with my high performance coach, I've had those conversations. And believe me, we're all better off because of them. My family members feel better, my employees feel better, and I'm not afraid anymore or scared to have those. Productivity's up, and I think I influence enough people that I can make a big difference in this world. So if you think any of those areas in your life are maybe lacking, you want to talk about it, click below. There's a questionnaire. It won't take you long to fill out. It will make you think. I ask you that to turn off your phones when you fill out the questionnaire. Turn off the TV. Just focus in your mind. Close your eyes. Think about the questions. Open your eyes and answer them. Take it out of your heart and truly answer them honestly. That's the only way that we're going to be able to help you reach that next level of high performance. I know you've got it in you. We've got to pull it out. We've got to find it. So if you're lacking any of those areas and you think it's keeping you from performing way beyond the goals and the dreams that you have, comment to me in the comment section. Download the questionnaire. When you complete it, I'll get notified. We'll schedule an appointment, and we can do a 1-hour session, no charge. I think you'll get a lot out of it. You'll learn more things about yourself you didn't know. Maybe a couple habits that can help you get your energy and your courage and your clarity back. And if you'd like that, maybe we can work together, a little longer term. That's all your decision. So click below, fill out the questionnaire, and I look forward to seeing you next time.